Hey guys, welcome into the Poker Reborn channel. We are back in the top 5 named weapons of the week, and this week we have a literal first place on every single draw. It's so good, man. These weapons are getting better and better, and I want to thank everybody for those submissions. And I will say, if you'd like to enter a weapon, you can always join the Discord. That's in the description section below. We also have other ways of contacting these weapons to me, and then you can get into one of these sweet videos. Yay, yay, fireworks, yay. Anyways, okay. Let's get into number 5. Number 5 is the Lethal Cataclysm. Oh yeah, you know, Lethal and Cataclysm is just, I mean, let's just be real. It's like two rams hitting their heads straight on, and you know the best part is there's a brigand head in the middle. Everything everywhere. It's perfect. Man, I gotta love this. I gotta love on this weapon because this is my technical. The hammers are my favorite weapons in the game, but this thing is so sweet. I want to give a shout out to Nate, or Nat, however you say it, Nate. It doesn't really matter. The point is, thank you for this weapon submission. I love this thing. Let's get into what makes it tick. Well, starting at the damage, you're going from your baseline 60 up to 66. That's a 6 jump, and then 90 up to 99. Now, that's again just a 90 jump. Now, that's not the most incredible jump ever, and I know that these hammers can get a lot stronger than that, but here's where the bread and butter comes on these weapons. You already have the 50% ignoring armor, but it's about the effectiveness against armor. This thing is meant to shred people alive. I mean, if you do an AoE and you can just rip all these armors off everybody and they're just naked men on the battlefield. This is working pretty good for you because you're going from 200 to 224 ignoring armor. That's 24 extra ignoring armor, and with that sweet freaking mastery, this thing's just gonna be even more deadly. So again, thank you. This one is beautiful. Love it at number 5. Number 4 is the Oversized Skull Splitter. Oh yeah, when this thing comes down, it's gonna totally give you a new mindset for life. When I say mindset, it's because it's gonna split you in two. It's gonna split your mind in two halves, and it's gonna be like, do I go this way or do I go this way? I know my eyeballs are shooting out into the brigand hands next to me, but hey, what do we do? Well, we die, because this thing is devastating. Oh, you know how it goes, guys. But listen, I want to give a shout out to Shinobi319. What an awesome guy this guy is. But hey, bringing in this weapon, oh, it's going to be fun to kill a lot of things with. Let's get into what makes it tick, at least. So starting out with the damage, you're doing this succulent jump from 70 up to 90. That's 20 extra. And then on your top end, you're going from 95 up to 122. That's 27 extra top end damage. If you put them all together, it's 40. It's what is it? It's like 42 extra total damage on this weapon. Yeah, so that pretty much boosts the rest of the stats. And then you're getting a boost on the shield damage from 24 up to 33 when you get the mastery with this. There's no shield that'll test this thing. But listen, guys, I love this weapon. I really do. I love how much damage this thing can purely shoot out, and you know that crit damage it gets because it's an axe going over the top, going from head to body. You gotta respect that. But ultimately, it comes down to this: the shield boost is the only thing that pulls this thing down. If you would have thrown it into ignoring armor, you would have thrown it into effectiveness against armor, it would be probably a different story. So that is number 4. Number 3 is Iban's Hamden's freaking bladed staff. I mean, that's a long name. That's a long name. But this guy is so conceited. He wanted his name to be in the bladed staff. He wanted to go against the grain so hard that it's not even called a sword lance anymore. It's just a bladed staff. Very deceiving, because when this thing hits you, it's gonna be like a sword on a pole, killing everything. And man, isn't that the point? That's the point. Ripping people's freaking chests open so they can bleed out, and you can have the glory of saying yes, and you didn't even have to stand up to my nipples to be killed. Yes, that's really weird, but whatever. The point is yeah, let somebody just say I get crazy in some of these videos, but I gotta tell you, thank you, the once and future zing. I'll tell you that this is not just one super future zing. If you survive this thing, you're gonna get an extra zing for fun. So let's get into what the big deal is about this weapon. Starting out, you're going from 60 up to 78 baseline damage, that's 18 boost, boost, gotta love that. And then you're going from 80 up to 104. That's 24 extra top end damage. It's very similar to the last one in terms of its boost, in terms of just pure damage, affecting, of course, the percentages and the effectiveness against armor, ignoring armor. But the main thing here is you're getting a boost from 90 effective against armor to 117. So you're doing at least every time you're doing about 100% damage to armor every time. And if you use Berserk on this thing, you're going to kill things, you're going to eat armor and do it all, and you're going to keep being able to do these swipes with this bladed staff, aka Swordlands. But anyways, that is number 3. Thank you for that beautiful freaking weapon. But before we get into number 2, I gotta ask for that like and a subscribe. If you do enjoy this content, please help it grow. It is kind of a piece of crap, but at the same time, I don't want to be mixed up with the likes of Bono. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that is a South Park reference. Let's get into the next one, number 2. Number 2 is the famed Foefeller. Oh, the 3 F's of life, the death, and the light, and the everything in between, the poem of life. Oh my goodness, it's like a bard went out into a freaking brigand's camp, got his booty smacked, and other things happened to him. He left really disappointed and decided, I'm going to channel a poem of my misery into this beautiful crafted weapon, and it'll be called the famed Foefeller. And he gave it to a hedge knight, he killed those brigands, and now his booty doesn't hurt so bad. You can make up your own story however you want, but that's my story for this weapon. And I want to give a shout out to Carve a Hole for this one. Awesome guy, shout out to his channel, he's a great dude. Without further ado, let's get into what makes this thing tick. So starting out with that damage, you're going from 55 up to 71. That's a 16 increase on the baseline. Beautiful boost. And then you're going from 85 up to 106. 85, 106, 21 extra damage. Not going to complain. That is fantastic when you're smacking somebody around. Now, I will say that boosts everything else, as we've talked about before, where you start as the pure damage, then you increase the effectiveness against whatever. And so this thing gets a boost in the effectiveness against armor. It goes from 140 to 178. That's 38 extra damage. Good lord. Yeah, I think the top end is 180. That is insane. This weapon can literally go on the front line. You can beat the tar out of people. You can make this a primary weapon with no problem on the front line. It's a die for. It's a die for. And I know people are gonna die because of this thing. So yeah, definitely worth a number 2 spot. And now the one you've all been waiting for, number 1. Number 1 is Sir Burkhardt's Reaver. Oh my goodness, when I think of a Reaver just standing out in some snow, he's just like la 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 la, and all of a sudden, like, whether it's the power of Davcool or the freaking sun god from the south, he comes down, shines upon him, and all of a sudden his body just explodes. It explodes and this axe falls out, and that is really how I've envisioned this axe coming to life. And then, of course, this man named Sir Burkhardt's like, I'm so original, I'm going to pick this up, call it me, because why not? And then I'm going to call it the Reaver because, well, I mean, it came out of a Reaver. And then he goes out and he starts killing everybody. It's great. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful story, and somehow, Osiox, however you say your name, man, you ended up with this weapon. So congratulations, you can rename it now, Osiox Reaver, or however you want to say it. Awesome, very cool. Nonetheless, this weapon is freaking sweet, freaking sick. The damage is really where the bread and butter comes from on this weapon. You're almost absolute top end damage. The highest you can get in damage is 105, and this thing's at 104, so 1 off. So that is a 24 boost off the bottom end of 80. And then your top end damage up to 130, that's the top end that you could possibly be. That's 30 extra top end damage. You're far and away above the Great Axe, and then that again boosts all the other stats. Sadly, this thing doesn't have a boost in ignoring armor or effectiveness against armor, but it does get a boost in the shield damage, which a lot of people may not care about, and it doesn't have a great deal in this ranking. But the fact is, it's just an absolutely it's going to eat people alive, and if you do a round swing with this thing, you're even better off. The only knock I have, besides the shield damage going up from 36 to 64, which is still really great, you can take out any shield, it's the durability and the going down 2 spots. So Yes, there was 3 other weapons that could have rotated in, but this thing is truly the brain smacker. It's going to rip people apart and rip many apart. So yeah, like I said in the very beginning, all these ones could have been number 1, but that is where we landed. So congratulations, you are entered into the 1-month contest, which will be coming up later on. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do like this content. More content like this is coming out, and if you want to enter something, go to the Discord below. Nonetheless, guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.